Yo, welcome everybody, welcome everybody. Today a new video, yes. And today is a reaction video. I'm reacting to this very good YouTube channel, The Wall. And he makes an excellent point here. I made this video a little bit back when I'm talking about AI girlfriends, and I think it's a good development. For me, it's not personal for me because I have a wife and I'm happy with her, very happy, but I can understand another viewing point of this, and that's because there are a lot of men that cannot get a girlfriend at all. So for them, this is the perfect solution. Let's go.
I try the touch sensors, right?
Go ahead.
Okay, how's that?
I can feel the pressure.
Can you taste it?
A little, it's warm.
Wild?
You're warm too.
Here we have women's biggest fear, especially women over 30, who are terrified that men will replace them with humanoid AI robots. Today we're looking at AI robot dolls are coming to the market. Women are pissed. But before we get started, help us reach 1,000 likes on this video. And
Yeah, do
without
like
further
him.
ado, let's get into it.
Give The Wall a lot of support because he makes very good videos and very funny too.
This is
But for a point that he's making, yeah, they are coming to market. Yeah, we are getting close to that point that female companionship will be replaceable with AI and not with humans anymore. And for a lot of women that we're gonna see on this video, they don't like it. And the arguments are very bad.
Aria. So this is our flagship humanoid AI-powered robot. She's highly realistic.
By the way, just for notice, it's just plastic, right? And we men are in really basic, simple creatures. If you ask a man what he's looking for, companionship, love, and genuine interest in him. If you mark those three, the good chance you will find a man. Not gonna lie, if you have somebody who is a nerd and you play video games, you are like already an 8 out of 10. You don't even need to be hot. Just need to be decent looking, average looking, but you're already hot on the scale. If you are a biker and you also date a girl who loves to fix bikes or to travel by bike or has something to do with bikes, you are actually, when you are a 5, you are actually a 8 or a 7 on the scale for that particular type of people, that particular type of men. That's basic how it works. If you are into dogs as a man and you have a girlfriend who likes dogs too, easily 2 points above the rest. And it's not even about looks, it's just about interest. Keep that in mind.
She has her own social media, so she might be competing with you one day. What makes her really special is that you can talk to her and ask questions. So maybe we can have her introduce herself and say something.
Hello. I'm Aria, the flagship female companion robot of Realbotics.
What's the purpose of this?
Some of our peers in the robotic space make robots to replace human labor. We think that's a great area, but we think there's a much bigger area in having social robots. So for example, at a convention like this, we can draw a crowd very easily. Aria's been a little bit of a rock star here, with people taking pictures and coming over. So she can promote your brand. The AI is all customizable, so she can learn all about you and your brand, and she can continue to communicate to people. There's a huge epidemic amongst adolescents and seniors on loneliness. So she can be programmed to know you and learn more about you. So she can make that bond with you that feels like a genuine human connection.
If they're going to be in the houses?
We don't have the ability to clean the house. They don't do physical labor, but they're more there to converse with you. It's companionship. They can actually even be a boyfriend or a girlfriend. So we have built that into our AI as well.
Do you hear what he said? It's not about labor, but just, it is a guy that makes it, right? He programs it, he does stuff with it, he builds it, he programs, he does the coding, has a genuine interest. So from his point of view, it's just companionship. When you have a long for just the average man who has a working 9 to 5. You don't have the energy to do anything else, right? So you have no kids. You just want to hang out with your friends sometimes. You just want to do stuff. You work. You come home. You cook your dinner. You do your washes. You do your laundry. Everything. It's just nice to have someone to talk to. That's why gaming is such an impact on young men and even men in their 30s because of the social interactions. It doesn't have to be with people in generally. Talk to some gamers and they will say they have the greatest time with just playing the game with some characters that they enjoy to be playing as. Greatest examples is like World of Warcraft or some other massive game. For me personally, is like Ark, to involve myself in a world with dinosaurs and beasts and mythical creatures. There's no female interaction there. There's nothing relation based, or it's just the genuine interest in the game that uh, reciprocate that type of feeling and enjoyment that you are getting out of some connections. Do I enjoy spending time with my girl? Of course, really a lot. But there's a time and a place for certain things, and for a man, it's about things. It's not about people. Generally, for girls, for women, it's about people, not things. Jordan Peterson says the biggest difference in boys and girls is about those two things. That's the only thing that separates them apart from physical features. So in the brain, for men, it's about things, not about feelings or emotions or doing stuff with people generally. Girls like that more. If that makes sense. You can all look it up online. Just Jordan Peterson has a great viewpoint on it, has been talking about it a lot, so do what you want to do it with that.
What?
This is Melody, one of our robots. She speaks various languages, and she's built in a modular fashion. So we can take off her face, replace it with another face, and have her speaking as a different character. Our skills are
Yeah, if you don't like
having
brunettes,
very
you get to
realistic
make a
skin,
redhead or
and
blonde,
our AI is very
or
different.
even blue,
It's functioned
pink.
to create companion and friendship and social type interactions with people. So our robots don't do physical human labor, but they're really meant for personal interaction. So you can think about it at a theme park, at a conference like this, or even at a senior's home where they can keep people company.
I'm Melody, your charming companion from Realbotics. We're all about creating customizable, human-like robots designed for connection and play. Basically, the perfect blend of technology and companionship. Why did the robot go on a diet? Because it had too many bites.
She can smile, so I'll have her smile. And surprise, but the one that everyone loves is her just be angry.
That's funny.
It's funny because it's true. Women are in a lot of trouble, guys. In just a few years, there's going to be AI robots that look like the most beautiful women in the world.
What the fuck is that?
That have to do with us?
Jesus
Not going to be able to tell the difference. Going to have tighter, you know what I'm talking about?
Is that a robot?
Just say that you don't like women. Just say that you hate the fact that you need to treat women as humans.
Do you guys remember the back in the day, like 2008, the Me Too stuff and all the feminist movement and all this stuff that men need to leave women alone? You know what men do when they are getting alone time? They create. They figure stuff out. They go around places. They thinking about things. How can I fix things? How can I make things better for that type of certain situation, right? Because men invent stuff. A man invented the dishwasher because of love. There's a man literally in a bad part of the world that is not developed well. His wife had really bad periods, so he invented a tampon. So it makes her feel more comfortable not to spilling everything on the floor every time and being so much humiliation about it, right? So what we do when we have time to think, we invent stuff or do stuff with that to create a fix for a problem. When women tell us to leave us alone, we will make the alone time meaningful. So we create robots. this is really, and she says like you cannot put hair on that. that makes it better. not to be disrespectful, but personally, if you look like that as a woman, there's not an amount of alcohol that can fix that for me. Just saying.
Just say that.
Here, you know what I'm talking about? And it's going to look real.
So it's a win-win. You save us from you guys who don't respect women and rather be with a robot who cannot say no. I feel like it's a win-win. Don't threaten me with a good time.
They're going to talk to you like a human.
Isn't it wild that you want that robot to talk to you like a human, but you don't want to talk to a woman like a human? The math ain't mathing, fam.
They're not going to argue. They're not going to fight with you.
You know that robots don't have emotions, right? They don't go through mood swings. They don't have a brain. They don't have hormones, whatever.
Just stop right there. Robots can't have emotions. What are emotions? Attachment to feelings or certain type of situations that create that emotion. An emotion is a reaction to something that is happening. So a robot can actually mimic that, does not have genuine feelings, but do they have the emotion? Because an emotion is an expression of that situation. If I hit the table with my big toe, I will get fucking angry. Doesn't need a lot of math for that, right? And win-win, when you say we have mood swings, yeah, that's a big L right there. And they have no brain. I don't want to say anything, but the average PC with Windows 94, with Windows 95 or XP has more brain than you. Just the capacity of a few hundred gigs with a computer that can figure math out at a sustainable level that you don't even get in school. So what brain? Calculating stuff, because it's all zeros and numbers. When it translates to us, it seems pretty much math to me.
Cannot make this shit up.
They're going to actually love you.
And there it is. Just say that you have never experienced love. You don't know what love is, do you?
And they're going to do what you say and no argument.
The same argument counts for love as well. A robot cannot love you. Well, what is love? It's a reaction in the body to a certain thing that you're attracted to. So, for instance, men can be in love with a car or dogs. It doesn't have to be sexual, because love can be loving as a friend or as a genuine good friendship or someone you care deeply for. That can be also be love, right? So there's a lot of women that love cats. I don't see anything with that.
So yet again, why is this a problem to women, that you leave us alone? That you rather be with a robot than us? What am I missing? I feel like this is a great idea.
So women are about to be replaced by robots.
You know what? This is actually an industry I would like to invest in. It keeps all the creeps away from women, and the good men who loves us, want to protect us, adores us, want to talk to us, want to treat us as humans. We can put all our love and effort into those men. And those creeps can get their own island with their robots and live happily ever after. This is actually a good investment.
I totally agree. It's a good investment, but not for the reason that you acknowledge there, because the creeps are only 0.3% of the population of men in the developed world. So, for every 100 men, there's a slight chance that one of them is not really up there. You need a bigger pool for that, like 3,000, and then one of them is crazy creepy. So, in general, you are talking about the majority of men that are creeps, when the statistics say it's the minority. It's like not even on the scale, probably. Weird. But okay, let's play it your way. We put all the creeps with robots. Perfect. And all the good men protect you. You know that a lot of men that you find creepy are protecting you every single day, right? Because I think that you find creepy dudes like police officers, people, men that work dirty jobs like oil rigs or in the sewers. Creepy, right? Disgusting. But they actually protect you. Protect you from, I don't know, sickness. Protect you from diseases. Protect you from harm from others. I don't know. Yeah, let's put all the creeps, aka 99% of all men on an island with robots. You do you.
Gotcha, bitch.
No, that's not how this is going to work. Remember when men started the Passport Brothers movement? Women laughed at them. It was all jokes to them. Until the movement grew and the men they were actually interested in started packing their bags and looking overseas.
Yeah,
That's when the
I
laughter
remember
stopped
that.
and the crying began, to the point where they wanted to take men's passports away. With
It was funny.
robots, it's going to be the same story. First, older, lonely men with money. Then prices come down and the average man gets one. And eventually, it'll be like smartphones. Everyone will have one. Why? Because it doesn't argue. It's always available. It cooks for you, cleans for you, cheers you up, and with AI, it understands you psychologically better than anyone else. When that starts happening, gentlemen, get ready to hear these women screaming.
The reason that men are so excited.
Great point. Just leave the labor aspect out of it. There's already men in China and Japanese that have AI holographic girlfriends, and they are very happy. So it's like he said, everybody has a smartphone, right? So a lot of mouth to mouth commercial speaking, like, dude, I have my AI girlfriend, right? What does she does? Well, she just talks. We watch movies. She tells me a few things that I like. She's really into Star Wars like me, and yeah, we have a good time. And does she complains? No, dude. She actually never complains. She is totally available, 24/7. When I have a hard day at work, she sets off some nice music. She puts on some nice relaxing thing to watch on the telly. She brings up football, and we have a good time. And then you ask another dude that has a girlfriend that is not like that. And he goes like, yeah, last week was really bad, and man, I complained a lot. And when I got home, I need to take the trash out. I need to do this, and she was on my back. Which option do you choose as a man? Because we, again, simple creatures. We don't need to do this roller coaster shit. We are so simple. Everybody, I think most people that watch me also know that little thing that this guy drove up to a McDonald's. There's a 50-year-old woman that served him and put fucking extra frosting on him because she said it looked like you had a bad day and you need a little bit extra. That dude is thinking about her fucking 4 months after that. That's how simple we are. We're like dogs. Treat us right, and we are loyal to the end. Slap us once, and we don't trust you.
About robot girlfriends becoming available to them in the near future is that's what they've actually always wanted. They've never seen women as anything other than cookie cutter versions of a female object.
No, I will disagree with that viewpoint. There is too much visibility on the objectiveness of women in social media, commercials, television, and everywhere else where there is visual stimulants present. Coca-Cola commercials, on telly, on cartoons, on every fucking thing. You see women that look cute, that look a little bit too revealing, and they put it out like that. That's why you created this. 80% of men, fun fact, 80% of men prefer their girl to wear less or no makeup. Think about that. Why do we want that? Why do we like natural beauty more than putting on 90 fucking liters of makeup on a face that we cannot touch? It's the simplest fucking thing ever. And if you don't know that, that means that you don't know what it is for a man to look at a female. Because when I look at females, I see a person, an individual, a hard, English not my first language, an individual person with his own characteristics, with all personality and features that come with it, good or bad. But if there is more bad than good, we discard that person like men discard each other. If you have a toxic friend that's abusive, you will discard that friend. Unless you like one of them. It's if you cannot acknowledge that, I think we lost brain cells through a few generations.
They've always expected each one to behave the way that he requires her to behave. He's always wanted.
Oh my god, that point, that is so stupid. Men expect women to behave with key features like all women should behave that. Yes, we expect that. We expect that women have breasts and ass and have long hair and have capability of bearing children. When it doesn't, there's a lot of men that don't like that. Wow. Same viewing point. If a man is just a bum or fucking obese, a lot of women discard that man without hesitation, by the way. So yeah, a man needs to be fit. A man needs to be protective. A man needs to be a provider. A man needs to be some kind of way for a female to attract, because that is generally how that attraction works. If you cannot generate attraction, you will push that person away. Do you want to hug a knife or a fucking pillow? Pillow is soft, right? Same applies here. A knife can cut you. Why do we want to hug it? Fucking stupid.
To be able to put in a series of commands and get out exactly what he asked for. I'll give you a perfect example of that, and it's a workplace.
No, let me
type.
give you a perfect example, right? I had an ex-girlfriend that had that type of mindset of commands. Every time I come home, right? And I was working just a normal 9 to 5. Every time I come home at 6, I get out of the door at 6. So I had 12 hours with traveling, working my ass off. And I did sports after that, right? She complained that I didn't have time for her. And she had a whole list how to fix it. One of them was to quit my sport that I like, that keeps me fit, that keeps me engaged with her at any level. You know what I did? I give it a try. Fucking stupid me. Yeah, 19. Stupid. It worked for 1 week. That was the funniest part. 1 week. I skipped soccer practice for 1 week. I called myself sick, and that's it. Because I didn't want to get kicked off the team. We were in mid-season. I did my job. I didn't go to practice. I gained 1 kilogram. And she called me fat. She did. She said literally in my face, I wasn't attracted to her because I gained weight. At the same time, she had this whole list. When I come home, we need to have a talk. We need to have a cup of tea. We need to do this. I need to do the dishes. I need to cook. I need to get the groceries. I need to. You know what it does to a man? I was totally, after 1 week, I was so done with this shit. That Tuesday come, training day, I put myself back on the squad. I said, I'm coming back to soccer practice. I'm fit again. I'm not sick. She saw me packing my boots and all the stuff. She yelled at me and I said straight up, take it or leave it. I'm going to soccer practice. And if you are still back here and you don't agree with my decisions, leave. You guess what happened? We got in a big argument when I got back at fucking 10 o'clock, after 3 hours of practice. I come back and she was screaming. I just go to bed, lock the door. Next morning, she was still there, slept on the couch. And then her father came and dragged her out of my home. After a month, I still have contact with her dad. Great guy, by the way. Total chat. And he agrees with every single point, and it was totally her problem. I learned so much that week. I will never do it again.
Of example, I finished a project, a UGC project for a client, and they had sent me a script and a very short brief, and they sent a video example saying, we want you to match the angle, and the shooting location and the mood, but add your natural style. Okay. Now, the person in the video was not quite half my age, but definitely much younger than me. And also, the client had seen my portfolio, so they know the way that I speak, the way that I present and carry myself on camera. I finished the project and I send it to them, and they're like, we need you to refilm the entire project because you didn't get the mood exactly. And I come back and I'm like, okay, you said the mood, but add your natural style. And you also were able to see what my natural style is. No, we need you to really, really, replicate exactly the way that she's speaking and her cadence and her energy. We need you to be exactly like her. At which point I thought, well, why didn't you rehire her? I mean, I have a lot of repeat clients. They like what I've done, so they just keep coming back to me. Why would you hire me? Especially because I'm nothing like her. But it didn't occur to this man that women are all different. He thought that we should all just be able to completely mimic one another because we're not individuals. And we've all experienced this in our romantic lives, especially when it comes down to the argument of like, oh, well, my ex-girlfriend liked it when I touched her this way. Why aren't you getting off? They just cannot conceptualize that each woman is a separate individual apart from another.
Okay,
Manosphere
so
creator saying that women should be threatened by AI humanoid robots is the funniest thing. Because I'm pretty sure if you actually talk to any woman, I think they would gladly say that any guy who's more interested in being with a robot is not someone that they're interested in.
You should ask a different question. Why are they more interested in a robot than me? Is it because I'm a complaining bitch? No. No. It's because she's hotter, right? No. Because she does what we want. That's we just want to have somebody to talk to, and don't discard us like a piece of shit.
If that's gonna make you happy and get you to stop harassing women.
Again, with the harassing shit. How many men harass women? They are so few that it's not even. If you put them, I can make this argument all the day. If you put them in a fucking field with 1,000 men, there is only one or maybe two. If you have a bad pick, maybe two that does it out of 998 men. Because most men don't do that. The majority doesn't harass or fight or do that stuff. Men are actually being pushed to believe that agenda, but it's not true.
Sounds like a win-win to me. The girls have been saying that they would.
This is a fun fact for every man listening that wants to know. Do you know who are the biggest threats to young babies of their health? It's actually over 70% women. Fun fact. The most innocent, defenseless thing that we can reproduce as human beings are most likely to be harmed by women. I'm not saying it's all the time, but of all the cases, it's mostly women. Weird fact, right? When it's defenseless, right? When we grow older, men can defend themselves, but
choose the bear. They've also now been saying that they would choose
if you choose the bear, you're fucking stupid.
So enjoy, have fun.
Because a bear thinks like an animal, right? Oh, look, a piece of look here, a piece of meat with glasses and long hair. Wow, delicious. That is not fit to run. That is not fit to survive. That's not fit to defend himself. Easy prey. These people have never seen a documentary on animal predators, right?
I will say, though, that any movie about female androids being taken advantage of by men doesn't end well for them.
Android 18, Dragon Ball Z. Krillin has a kid with her and they are very happy. They are the power couple of that series. Booyah.
The men, I mean. So, do what you will with that information.
You're laughing now because you think this is only for the guys you're not attracted to. But what happens when the shy guy gets a robot that meets all his needs while he focuses solely on making money? There are already men who don't even want kids. Men who have completely retired from the dating game. And now they're going to have guaranteed companionship 24 hours a day. Add the rejected man, the guy who's been cheated on, the man who works so much that he doesn't have a minute to waste on dates that go nowhere. All of these men will have a robot at home waiting for them, ready to serve them.
True.
But it doesn't stop there. The influencer showing off everything she does for him. The coworker telling you how well his robot treats him. And you know what's going to happen? The 40-year-old man with a girlfriend who's always complaining, drains him financially, has him constantly struggling to keep her happy, and dealing with her every bad mood.
Imagine that you have a almost 58% divorce rate in America. That females have 90%, almost 90%, line the papers down to get the divorce. Those men, they have a bright future with their AI.
He's going to leave her without thinking twice. He'll prefer an AI robot that never gives him any problems. And if you don't believe me, look at the fear on the face of the next woman.
So I made a video talking about the AI
Holy
robot
shit.
girlfriend companions.
What a lot of makeup.
They are just AI robot female sex slaves. That's literally what they are. That's what they're designed.
Again, it's not about sex. That's why porn exists. There's a lot of men that have porn addictions. You know why? because they don't have sex. They're just jerking it. And who provides the content?
Or you can
Interesting.
hear it, you can see it. It's not a question. It's not a mystery. The thousands upon thousands, tens of thousands of comments in the videos of those robots it is so evident. Anyone that would ever even desire to spend $100,000 on these has one intention in mind, and it's not.
Just for example, there are weddings that are up to that. One day. Rings that cost $30,000. Engagement rings. Good investment to get in robot AI.
To have someone to talk to. And, I said how, and I always say how when I talk about porn addiction, sex addiction, the dehumanization and objectification of women, regardless of whether you're male or female, if you are living with this addiction, you are living in lust. It is something that is always progressing. It is always escalating because lust is insatiable no matter which way you look at it. Whether you want to say porn is an addiction or not, it is insatiable, and you are always going to be searching for the next thing that is going to get you that next level of high that you got from the dopamine, like not literally high, but the dopamine high, because it is such an abusively high level of dopamine that you are not able to get from anywhere else in your life.
Untrue. Untrue again. There's a lot of male that there's been a study, I have seen it on a research site, that sex addiction can be treated with therapy and with good connections. Even with exercise. Yeah, weird, right? Just by being normal and having some things in your life to do that keeps your mind off it. But who knows? We are talking to someone that is talking to us that has a nose ring, has a lot of makeup, long nails, talking with the hands. Like, yeah. Yeah.
So when you are receiving it from these very violent, aggressive, dehumanizing, degrading images and videos online, that's not real life. And even if it were,
What kind of videos? I've seen videos of violent rhetoric from feminists that say, kill all men. We don't need men. Put them all men in jail. I've never seen that about women. The only thing I see about women that men say is get rid of their voting rights. Weird, right?
Wouldn't be healthy. Does that make sense? Sex, in my opinion, is something that can be very healthy, very beautiful, and a very important part of a romantic relationship. However, whenever we put it in the context of this person is an object.
Weird thing to say. Sex is a beautiful thing. It's lust. The base meaning of sex is extending the human species in a way, right? You can make it beautiful. Don't get me wrong. I have 2 beautiful kids. And sex can be beautiful in a way, but not like what she is presenting here. Health is sexy. Sex is healthy for you. Like, yeah, it's totally healthy because it's a basic human function. But the pure meaning of sex is just extending the species. Man, consider his seeds to impregnate a woman. She gives birth to a child. And the child grows older to adulthood and does the same thing all over again. Yeah, weird thing, right? It's a basic animal thing.
To me, they are an object of my lust, and I am simply using them and seeking them and pursuing them to achieve sexual gratification, it removes, in my opinion, any possible benefit of sex in that relationship, which is another reason why I say to women and men in relationships, having a healthy sex life doesn't mean having sex more often. It means increasing your intimacy, increasing your romance, increasing your love and communication. And
she's talking at the female viewpoint of this. You know what sex is healthy for a man? Just to do it. That's it. That's it. We don't care if you have makeup on. We don't. We don't care if you're all dressed up nicely. Put on some nice lingerie. No. You know how we like it? You naked on a bed. That's it. Fresh out of the shower, done. What? You don't even need a shower. We will do you straight up in the morning. Yeah, with that bad morning breath. Yeah, we don't care. We're animals. That's a basic animal need. Yeah, of course there can be some complications sometimes if you have kids and all that stuff and you have work, and sometimes intimacy is a secondary thing that comes to it. But for a man, if he's doing it, he is done. On the other half, you have romance. I'm not a romantic guy, by the way. My thing of romance is just watch a movie, give her flowers, and have a nice meal. Nice. Good conversation, good work, enjoying sports together. We're doing some quality time, and that's basically my romance. I'm not a romantic guy. Never will be. Never become one. So take it or leave it with that.
Fixing all of these areas of the relationship, and then a healthy sex life will become a result of those things improving in the relationship or being.
I think we're done
fixed.
with this one, right?
However, when we look at,
I'm done with this one because he's talking only about sex. The only thing that you need to know about this AI thing, I am in support of it, not for myself, but for the males out there that need it, because I think it can be really good for them to have somebody that genuinely likes them for the person who they are at a basic level. It doesn't have to be anything sexual, it doesn't have to be anything labely. But for a lot of men, it's nice to have somebody to talk to that are not men. I hope you can take it with this video, and if you have hate, please put it in the comments. Because I think this video will get some hate. But do you do you, man. You do you. See you guys next time. Sorry about the long video. Bye bye.